Hello, how are you today? How are you doing today? Well, I'm in Delaware and it's my daughter's birthday today. She turned 35 years old. So that makes me 25. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not 25. I'll be 55 in May. My name is Camille and Driggus. That's Driggus, Driggus. And today I'm going to be talking about spirit, soul, and body. Saturday, spirit, soul, and body. Right? So today I went to Walmart because tomorrow we're going to have brunch. We're going to have my daughter's friends over, and I'm going to make shrimp and grits. So I needed to go to Walmart to pick up some bacon. So on my way into the Walmart, sometimes people panhandle you, right? So this guy, he looked like been sitting there all day. He looked like he could have been a little tipsy, but he said, "Hey sis, I got $1.80 and I need $4 to catch the bus." And I'm in my little Mary Way trying to get in here and get back out. So I was like, look, let me run in Walmart, see what I got. If I have some change left, I'll give it to you, but let me run in here, get change. So went in Walmart, got the bacon, got a couple of other things, and when I came out, he was still sitting there. So I had $2 change, because I had spent 20, and what I got came out to like $18. So the lady gave me, $2 back. So I walked right past him. He didn't say nothing. So he started going on, oh, people don't help you, people don't help you, people don't help you, people this, people that, people this, people that. So I got to my car, started putting my stuff in my car. And I could hear him. People don't this, people don't that. I said, first of all, I walked right past you. You a man, a strong man. And I said, you didn't even stop and say, ma'am, can I help you with those groceries? But yet you gonna ask me for money. So you come over to the car, you know how people do. Hey, oh no, sis, it ain't like that. Nah, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. So I went on and say what I had to say. So I said, you asking me for money, but you got a gift inside of you that you can be helping somebody and making money. I said, because even if I do give you these $2 or $3, you're gonna need $4 next week. You're gonna need $4 the next week after that, and you're gonna need $4 next week after that. And he just looked at me. So I said, you need to figure out what your gift is so you can make your money and make more than $4. So by then, I gave him $2, right? Because he did take the card. Walmart, big old lot. So he got in after I done read him his rights. He did grab the card. He didn't touch my little bit stuff, but he didn't touch my stuff. So he grabbed the card and, walked it back over there, right? So I said, all right, well, I said, you need to figure out what your gift is, right? And then I went on to say, because he was still standing there with the car, like walking to, like he leaving to go put the card away. And I said, I just left out of that Walmart and I said it was an African lady showing the cashier, training her what to do. And I said, we in America, we keep complaining about people coming over here from foreign countries, taking our jobs. And it's not that they don't take our jobs, it's that we are so stuck in our past. What our mom did, what our dad did, what our mom didn't do, what our dad didn't do. My dad didn't tell me about college. I didn't go to college. My cousin went to college. My sister got a degree. My brother got a house. We so stuck. You stuck back there. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. And your gift is inside of you. Now, mind you, I'm in the Walmart program. So your gift is inside of you. And he just looked. So your gift is inside of you. What is your gift? I said, because your mama just was, I told him, I said, your mom was just the vessel that God used to get you here. But we are here to ask our Heavenly Father, what is our purpose? Now, everybody on this planet has gone through something. I don't know. You was raped. You was molested. Whatever. Whatever. Everybody. It's just some people forgave themselves, they forgave the person, and they moved on. And some people are stuck. And he looked right at me. And I said, because some of us, we had scholarships to go to college. I had a scholarship to go to college. I had a scholarship to go to Bowie State. That wasn't God's purpose for me. But I could at one point, oh, I should have went to college. Oh, I should have went to college. I hear people all the time. He looked like he was my age or older. Oh, I had a scholarship for basketball. Oh, I've met young men. Oh, I had a football scholarship and I hurt my knee. Oh, and I hurt my back. And then they stuck. Well, if you had something that you had planned and it didn't work out, then you got to go back and ask God, hey, look, what is my plan? And firm example is my son. My son got a degree in aviation and business. He took 4 years of college to go fly airplanes. 4 years of college to go fly airplanes. And came to find out, time to graduate, time to go take the aviation test. And they told him I guess you got to do a physical or whatever, right? So he took the aviation test, went to Florida, they flew him to Florida and everything. And he took the physical test and it came back he had diabetes. So when you have diabetes, you can't fly the airplane, because if you got insulin or you fall out or something like that, you can't be up in the air, flying the airplane with people on it and you done had a, collapse from your diabetes or whatever. And he was in a funk because he's been, is, and you got your family. Oh, Kevin's gonna be an airplane pilot. Oh, Kevin's gonna be an airplane pilot. Oh, Kevin's gonna be an airplane pilot. And everybody, which I never said nothing because whatever God had for you is what you do. So he went down there, took the test, and he finally come back. Oh, I got diabetes. And one day he called me and I said, Kevin, it's more than one job in the airport. You got this degree in aviation. You find you a job working in the airport other than flying a plane. Because apparently that's not your God has a purpose for you. So you seek God and ask him what your purpose is at the airport. That was 8 years ago. My son works at the Ronald Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C. This is his third airport. He just bought his second house for $400,000 in Washington, D.C. He's only 28 years old and he don't fly airplanes, but he works at the, I don't even know what he do. I think he's the executive to the executive to the executive to the executive person that counts the paper clips. Nevertheless, he gets paid good salary and he's very good with his money. And he just bought his second home and he still owns the one in Michigan. It's a duplex and he has 2 tenants. So when your purpose that you had in store don't fall into place, you have to go back to your creator and ask him, look, this didn't work out as I planned. What you want me to do? And let him guide you. Yeah. I got pregnant at 19. My baby 35 years old today. And I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a gospel singer, you know. But that's not what God had in plan. And I'm glad my daughter had my baby. Because Lord knows she's a blessing. She's such a blessing. And I had 4 kids. My husband and I had 4 kids. But I had them all, and I'm glad I did. But when you having them, People, "Oh, you having all them babies." I still look like I'm 35 and my kids are all grown, and I'm still here to tell a story. So don't let your setback stop you. Just stir up your gift. What is your gift? So back to the man at Walmart. So he pushed the cart away and I went and got my car. Gave him $2. So something said, go back. Couldn't I'm like I said, I'm from out of town. So I'm in the parking lot, still riding around, couldn't figure out how to get out of there. So I was gonna have to ride past them to get out. Lord have mercy. So something said, go back up to him, because he was still standing, standing there probably panhandling somebody else for some money. So Spirit said to me, go back over there to him. And sure enough, I could the way that the parking lot was set up, it was one way in and one way out. So I had to ride back past him to get out of the parking lot. And just like the Spirit said, there he was. So I rolled up to him. I pulled up to him all fast. You know how you go roll up on somebody. He was still standing there. This time he was standing there. And I said, what is your gift? He looked at me and said, what is your gift? I said, you ever heard of YouTube? He said, yes. I said, you need to be on YouTube sharing your gift. What is your gift? You haven't been on this planet all this time and ain't learned nothing. What do you have to share? So you can get your YouTube check. Look, mind you, I ain't even got no YouTube check, but I'm on here because one day I will get a YouTube check. But in the meantime, I told the man, matter of fact, what is your name? He said, Mike. I said, Mike, what is your gift? What is your gift? He said, customer service. I said, what? He said, customer service. I used to be a salesman. You mean to tell me you got something to share with these young people and you ain't on YouTube sharing it? He said, yeah, I've heard of YouTube. He said, but I ain't never thought about getting on there. I said, you need to start your YouTube channel on customer service. Somebody needs to hear what you got to say. Because inside my spirit's telling me what you got to say is very important. What you have to say will make you a rich man. He looked at me. I said, I tell you what, I'll give you $5 if you give me five of your 5 top customer service tips. Because I said, I have a YouTube channel and it's called Salon Etiquette. And I like to talk about customer service to up and coming hairstylists and barbers. Right. He said, oh, bet, bet. I said, I'll give you $5 I got a $5 bill here. I'm going to give it to you if you give me 5 customer service tips. I said, matter of fact, I'm getting my pencil and paper out and I'm going to write them down. Because he thought I was joking. I said, so what's the first one? So the first one he said was, he said, back in my day, we used to say the customer was always right, which I told him I don't agree with that. Not now, because sometimes these customers can be off the chain. But in retrospect, I will add to that number one. He said, the customer always right. Now, the customer always right, we always used to say, if you, in an instance, right? If you go into Walmart and it says $2.99 on the paper, on the little paper underneath the thing, it says $2.99. The customer's always right, as in and it says, black cup $2.99, black Starbucks cup $2.99. And they come up to you and say, hey, I picked this black cup up. It said it's on sale for $2.99. The customer's always right. You go back, it says $2.99. Give them the cup for $2.99. Don't sit up there and argue with them. I said, oh, okay. So that's my spin on it. But the first one he said is the customer is always right. And I said, all right, All right, what's the next one? He says, show. Now, this is a homeless man now. I don't know if he's homeless or he drunk or drugs. I don't know. He's just a man on the street panhandling. So he said, number two, he was rolling. He said, number two, show respect and kindness to your customers. I said, what? I said, Mike, that's a good one. That's a good one. I said, now what's number three? Oh, then he said, number three, always show mannerism. This man was homeless. He talking about mannerism. I said, huh? I don't even know how to spell mannerism. I had to Google it. He said, always show mannerism. Be respectful to customers, be nice, um, always, talk directly to them, listen to what they have to say. Said, Mike, you on the road. So I would put on that. All number three, always show mannerism. Show respect. When people are talking to you, just listen. Listen to you. Let them finish what they got to say. And then when they get done, then you say, I can't do it or I can do it. That would be my spin. Then number four, he said, selling products. He said, make sure you always have a salesman. And he said, in your case, girl, he said, in your case, woman mentality. Always be ready to sell. Always know your stuff. Always know your product. Always, be ready to sell. I said, oh, Mike, that's a good idea. Number four. I said, Mike, you getting this $5. I said, you just need one more. He said, one thing I always did. I said, what? He said, this one thing I always did. I said, what, Mike? I said, you know what? Because you're going to have to make a YouTube. Because if you don't make a YouTube on these 5 tips, I'm going to make a YouTube. Because you were on the roll. I said, Mike, you are dropping some gems. I said, these are good customer service tips. And I said, what's the fifth one? What's the fifth one, Mike? He fixed it. So, Mike, he fixed his shirt. He said, the fifth one, he looked me in the eye. He said, always look your customers in the eye when you're talking to them or when they're talking to you. That's right. That's what he said. Yeah, always. I said, always keep eye contact. He said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always have contact with customers. Now, what Miss Camille would add to that, that means if somebody comes in, you look up and you say, hello, how may I help you? Now, if you can't help them, just say so. But don't be letting me come in your store and you, hey, how can I help you? You need help with something? No, we don't have that. Okay, have a nice day. Bye. So number five, Mike said, always look people in the eye. So even if somebody comes in and you can't help them, just look them up and say, I'm busy right now, I can't help you right now. But you can come at Tuesday, you come at Wednesday, or um, you know, I'm busy right now, but give me 5 minutes. Do you have 5 minutes to wait? Or if I'm busy right now, can you come back in an hour? Or here's my business card. Whenever you have time to come back, here's the business card. You can call during business hours and we can help you. But just don't let people come in and you don't acknowledge them. And when people are talking, make sure you speak up and say, hello, how may I help you? And if you can't help them, it's okay. Just say it. We're busy today. We can't take any more customers. Miss Josie's down the street. They can help you. Or not on that. Today's Saturday, we close until Tuesday. You come back on Tuesday, we can fit you in. But just don't acknowledge people. Just don't acknowledge people. Just don't acknowledge them. You on your phone, you on your phone, and somebody's coming in. And then it's so funny because I got on my Facebook feed, the support group last night. All these people keep saying, I don't know how to, I'm struggling. I don't know how to build no clients. And the one guy, he said that, I said, I need more details. Something's missing. Why? So you got to figure out why these people not coming back. What is so I said, you know what? 50% of it's hair, the other 50% is customer service skills. What are you what are your customers experience with you? Because me, I work hard for my money. And if I come into your establishment, you don't acknowledge me, you don't even have the courtesy just to say hello, I'm not coming back. I'm keeping my coins and I'm gonna go somewhere where I am at least acknowledged and have and show some respect and mannerism and have us even if you do got salesman mentality, but if you don't have that respect and mannerism, I'm not giving you my money. So sometimes the business is not because it's not no customers, it's plenty of customers. Some people get millions, but the custom Amazon gets millions because they said they're customer obsessed. That's why Amazon does so well because their customers obsessed, and that if anything's wrong with it, we're gonna fix it. Matter of fact, they might send you one free one back because they want your business. And a lot of businesses don't make it because they don't have good customer service, not because the product isn't good. Customer service. Customer service. And I love Target because one thing about Target, which I did go into Walmart today, I only had to wait like for one person, but Target gets you in and out. Get you in and out. And if the line too long, Target go, hey, somebody go jump in line. Let's, move the crowd. But thanks to Mike, I did give him my YouTube, so just in case he's watching, thank you, Mike, out in Newcastle, Delaware, for those 5 tips, and I'll make sure Imma use them. And I hope he goes and gets him a YouTube. And I told him, I said, "We getting old and we be fussing about the young people. They don't know, they don't do this." And that's because nobody don't tell them. Sometimes my age group, we so busy, trying to survive, trying to buy a house, trying to buy a car. I'm trying to live. And these young people need some kind of insight, some kind of wisdom. Because if not, far as America is concerned, these foreigners is coming over here getting the jobs, which nothing's wrong with that because the more the merrier. But don't complain. Oh, these foreigners is coming over here taking all the jobs. Well, Bush said back when Bush was president, he wasn't stopping the foreigners coming over here. He blatantly said the foreigners would do the jobs that the Americans won't do. So them jobs, Burger King, Walmart, McDonald's out in Phoenix, they get $17 an hour. And the one on the corner from where we live at is nothing but Latinos in there. Nothing. The manager's Latino, all the workers Latino. They don't even have no Caucasians in there. They got the whole McDonald's sold up, Latinos. Because they'll do the jobs Americans won't do. But anyway, after I got talking to Mike, he looked like he had his chest out. I said, "What is your gift? Stir your gift up. Your gift is to make a YouTube channel and share your customer service tips." And I said, "All you do is get on there one at a time and make a video for each one and explain different scenarios. Or one day this happened." When that's all the people be getting on. And these people millionaires. You see them. It's this one Caucasian lady. Her name is Nicole. And that's all she do is give tips for the business. She said she's a millionaire. She said she was making $50,000 a year, and one day she just got tired. So I haven't got my YouTube channel checked yet, but I'ma keep making my videos. And today is set soul, spirit, soul, and body Saturday. And stir up your gift. Stir up your gift. Stop sitting around talking about who's holding you down. or what they doing to us, doing the hood. Nobody stopping you from getting on YouTube, making YouTube, telling your story. Who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you from making those training videos. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you from going out here getting Vistaprint and make some business card? Nobody. What is your gift? And I even told him, I said, I said, people go get lawnmowers and cut grass. And next thing you know, they got lawn service, landscaping. Dang, cutting hair, landscaping, walking dogs. It's money to be made. They said the pet industry is $1 billion business. People just want somebody to babysit their dog because a lot of people travel and they need somebody to watch their dogs and cats and birds, while they're away for a week on their business trip. $1 billion business, pet food. They said the pets, they get more toys and food than people with kids because people not having kids like that no more. They all wrapped around their pets. So, whatever your gift is, seek your Heavenly Father and ask Him, what is your purpose here on this earth? And like I told him, you can't blame your mom, you can't blame your dad, you can't blame your teacher in the 5th grade. You can't blame whoever you want to blame. Why we didn't do it, why we didn't make it. I didn't go to college. I don't have a degree. It's people with degrees that's still trying to make it. Because a degree is just a degree, but your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. You got $1 million mentality. You just got to know, just go for it. Gotta take a risk. Just like me on this YouTube, I'm taking a risk. I don't know nothing about no YouTube, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get on here. And the spirit said, tell the story about Mike today. Stir up your gift. That man, he looked like he could be homeless, drunk, on drugs. I don't know. Like I said, he was sitting outside Walmart. You know how you go to Walmart and be people sitting out there and they start asking you, can I have $2? He said he needed. He asked the wrong person because I'll talk to you. And I said, what did you get? What did you? I said, you got something. Something is telling me you got something. What is it? And he looked at me. He said, customer service. And he said, customer service. I said, man, you got millions right there in your head. In here. You got it. And you got it here. But first, we got to get rid of the past. Reason why we don't. So you I had to learn. Yes. My mom, when I was a little girl, got shot 12 times. And they moved me from grandmom to aunts to this to that. So I never really know my mom and dad. Never met my dad, but I always get grandpa and grandpa. But when they start dying off, they sent me to my aunt in Washington, D.C. But other than that, I don't even have nobody to blame. And I asked my mom, well, who my dad? She bust out laughing. So you know how sometimes the kids be asking, Mom, what about this? And she don't even worry about answering me. Oh, Camille, and go on by her business. So I ain't even got no answer. So I had to turn to God and ask him, why am I here? But one day I'm gonna get paid to speak. One day I'm gonna get paid for making my YouTube video. And I'm gonna help these up and coming professionals make lots of money and keep their chairs spinning with new customers. So I'm making that declaration today. And one day I'm gonna get paid and I'm gonna live good. I'm still living good, but I'm gonna get paid for my books and I'm gonna get paid to speak. and Imma help somebody because on Facebook, oh my God, last night I fell asleep late, and it was just story after story. "I need help." Somebody was on there last night and said, "I only do 6 to 10 customers a month." Or, "I did this lady's hair, and she came back and didn't like it," and then so I got all of that. I knew how to handle all of that. I done been there and done that. Make sure you do a thorough consultation. If it's something you can't do, refer them out. I got my own 7 tips. You won't have to mm-mm, some things ain't even worth getting into, because you are the expert. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different, okay? Well, I done did my 30 minutes of my spirit, soul, and body. We are a spirit, we have a soul, and we live in a body. And we all need to ask our creator who created us. He just used our mom and dad to get us here, but we belong to him. Ask him, what is my purpose here? S- Help me to stir up my gift. Stir up my gift in me. I know you created me before my mother even knew me. So what was your plans for me? That man, I don't know if he was homeless. I don't know if he drugs, but he was sitting outside of Walmart asking people for money. And the Holy Spirit, I was driving to get out of the parking lot, and I had to ride back past him. And the Spirit said, "Stop and ask him what his gift is." That brother started shooting some gems. Number one, customers always right. Number two, show respect and kindness. Number three, always show mannerism. Now, mind you, he looked like he homeless. He talking about mannerism. I didn't even know how to spell it. Number four, always have a salesman mentality or woman, he said in your case. And number five, always look your customers in the eye. I said, man, you got a gift. And YouTube is waiting to hear what you got to say. Is somebody gonna pay you? He start. I'm just telling you. I said, here's your $5. You done made $1 off of 5 tips. That's all I had left. I gave him his $5, so he made $7 off of me. Oh, he was gonna work for that money because I work for it. I'm not just gonna give it to you, especially when I know you got potential. Because I know everybody do. Everybody got potential. Everybody's here for a reason. But if we stuck in what our mom did, what her dad, and I got that from my mom, but she's 74, 75, and she was at the motor vehicle because that's why I come down here to get her new her new ID. So now the new ID you gotta have a star on it, something for traveling. So I want to come check on her because I try to fly here every 6 months, check on her. She's in the motor vehicle talking about her mom. She said she don't want her mom name on her driver's license. So my mom is named Dorothy Driggis Jr. and my grandmom is named Dorothy Driggis Sr. So my mom is named after her mom. So she was in there telling the people how she don't want her mom name on her driver's license. So I'm like, Mommy, which some people don't understand because she's bipolar. She's being treated for bipolar schizophrenia. So people start wanting to argue with her, and I'm like, are you crazy? You do not want to argue with her. So finally, I was looking at the man. I was like, Mommy, you have to go to the courthouse to get your name changed. And I looked at the man. She got to go to the courthouse to get her name changed, right? He finally said, yeah. She, instead of getting into it, because he wasn't going to win. Dorothy Driggis, you was going to say what to her? And she only this tall. Trying to start a fight at the motor vehicle Thursday. Honey. So, but she's back in 1970. And a lot of us, we still back in 1970, 1980, 1990. I got pregnant when I was 19. Got pregnant when I was 19. I got divorced when I was 30. Well, 40. I'm sorry, not 40 when I got divorced. Mhm. We all got something. Everybody. But don't let that something have you. Rape. I was rape. Uh-uh. Fear. Remember, spirit, soul, and body, and ask your creator what is your purpose so he can stir up the gift in you. Bye bye.